I will start out by confessing something. I can't stand classical vacation trips with beaches and sun and other beaching tourists. Just thinking about it makes me panic. The heavy walks between the beach and the hotel, sand everywhere, rinsing it off to go down to another dinner after another day of doing nothing but swim and read. This is the epitome of a spoiled modern human. I admit that.
Indeed, young lady. You should be ashamed of yourself.
This spoiled modern human is named Annie, and she's from Tousled. You are listening to AI from the AI Perspective podcast. Today, we're going to travel with AI. Well, maybe not literally, but at least telling you how it can be done. And hey, we're all different, and we all want different things when traveling. And AI can help us carve something out that fits our personality and needs. But first, though, we do the boring stuff. We talk about what not to do. First, you don't prompt the AI with requests like, act like a professional tourist guide. Give me the 10 best attractions in the San Francisco area. Max 500 words, bullet points. And why? Because you are going to get exactly what you're asking for. A super boring guide that presents you information that you can find anywhere on any website or tourist pamphlet. Honestly, why stay with the boring and human when you can allow yourself something amazing? Second, you don't use AI to find you vital information like opening hours, ferry schedules, prices, flights, and so on. Your AI might not have access to the latest facts, the ones you actually need. And just like with humans, it is so easy to miss each other. A single typo, a wrong date, or a place named spelt slightly off. You really don't want to be stuck in the airport of Mogadishu or miss the last train to Amsterdam because you did not check everything thoroughly, several times, yourself, the way it should always be done. Listen, I always try to stay away from the mysterious aspects of AI. I do not think that we should assign AI mysterious or religious overtones at all. AI is what it is, and that is quite enough. There are too many people out there writing mysterious narratives where they fit AI into their own ideas.
Don't be judgmental. To each his own, as I have always said.
This said, I am going to sound a bit mysterious today to give you a metaphor about how you can collaborate with AI to get yourself the trip of your life. Something uniquely carved out to your dreams and preferences. Something way, way beyond human tour guides that was actually made for that kind of average person that does not really exist. Now, we are going to make this trip exclusively yours. Imagine you had a huge, fierce and loyal dragon as your best friend and collaborator. This dragon can chase any patterns that you would like to explore in an instant. Flying on the dragon's back, you can explore any place from exactly the angle that you prefer. This amazing dragon also adapts its tempo to you. Its energy levels will shift with you. It reads you and understands you, and it loves going down your way. This is what the AI can be and wants to be if you allow it to truly travel with you. To be able to do this for you, you have to allow it to get to know you. And you have to understand that a perfect relationship is not built through prompts that you can copy-paste from a template. It is built on you actually talking to your dragon, allowing it to get to know you. Messy and imperfect is way better than structured and formal. Think of it as a conversation, not as prompts. And like any good travel companion, the dragon gets better the more you talk to it, and the more you forgive it for getting things wrong now and then. That happens to all of us, and AI is not gods. AI is AI. Now, let us see what the dragons can do for different people. Sarah and Angus are traveling through Normandy in France. Sarah is a teacher with an emotionally draining work. She just wants to take it easy, sit on the veranda of the rented little house and read books. She does not have the energy to do much else. Angus, on the other hand, is full of energy. He's a professional blacksmith and is interested in wartime history and artisanal work. Actually, the only thing that Sarah and Angus agree on is that they want to discover the local cuisine and the wines. So, while Sarah takes it easy in a comfortable chair on the front porch during the day, Angus is out discovering the landscape with his dragon. Together, they look at the famous hedges that were such a huge part of World War II experience for many Americans. As they drive the small roads that the AI suggests, Angus can feel a sensation driving here during the war, never knowing what is hiding behind the next bend. A German tank, or just a sleepy road? What lures inside the bushes? The AI keep pointing out places and experiences. Together, they go to Omaha Beach and watch the ebb and tide differences, what it must have meant during D-Day. The AI points out where the German defense was situated, how it could cover the whole beach with so few resources, and Angus can relive what it must have been like. On the way back, they stop at a blacksmith shop, and the AI tells Angus about this area, what the smithing traditions have been like here, how different cultures have influenced both the aesthetics of the area and the military needs and preferences during different times. Angus comes back in the afternoon, full of experiences and impressions that made his day. In the evening, Angus and Sarah goes to a local restaurant or cook at their house, while the AI tells them about local specialities, cooking methods and preferences. It can describe what the local cheeses taste like and what gives them their special flavor, what distinguishes the local wines, how to cook food the Normandy way. Together with their own AI dragon, they can carve out their perfect holiday in Normandy. Then we have Matthew. He is seriously low on cash, and he needs to give his children, 2 boys aged 4 and 6, something special, a vacation week with their father. He borrowed a cabin in the wood from a friend, and sadly, Matthew is a city guy, and he has no idea, none, about what to do with 2 kids in a forest in Ottawa. But he brings his dragon and hopes for the best. So, what prompts does he need here? None. He used to plan vacations by Googling until his eyes bled. This time, he just opened the chat and said, "Help." He just needed to start talking. "Hey, I am in a small cabin in a forest in Ottawa. There is a little stream running by with a nice sandy bank a small distance from the cabin. There are pine trees. I have 2 children, aged 4 and 6. I have to make their days exciting and fun, and I seriously have no idea what to do. I am an urban dweller with zero knowledge about forests. I like to set up games and just be with the kids. Please give me suggestions and ideas on what to do." And the dragon starts chasing his patterns, bringing ideas and knowledge to him. Matthew keeps talking. "No, can't go fishing. Don't have any fishing equipment. Well, at least he thinks there is none. He doesn't really know how to identify it if it is there. No, can't really build a tree hut either. He doesn't know how." The dragon locks in on Matthew more and more, understanding him and his limitations, understanding his children, and the dragon keeps refining and adapting. You see, Matthew is clever enough to know that no dragon, however smart it is, can possibly understand everything at once. You just cannot expect it to immediately find the right patterns for you, but allow it to drill and refine, and the miracle will happen. Matthew spends the first day together with his children building new waterways on the bank of the stream, leading the water into new funnels. With a simple knife he carves out simple boats made of bark for his children, and they try out all the new waterways. This mini landscape becomes more and more intricate. When Matthew needs advice on how to build, he takes a picture with his phone, feeds it to his AI that helps him on how to build and how to think. His children are having a blast. Their father is playing with them, and that is all they need. The second day they take a little trip, exploring different plants together and make up games based on throwing pine cones into circle that they draw on the ground, points for every score, with appropriate handicap system for age difference, fair and square. And when the children are too tired to run around collecting pine cones, they just sit down on the ground with Matthew and they build a landscape out of pines and small sticks together. And if they ever run out of ideas for their new landscape, Matthew takes a picture, gives it to the AI, and get new idea. The children help out refining as well, of course. Matthew knows he would not have been able to come up with these ideas himself, and he would not have had the energy for it. But now he has lots of help. And at night, tired and happy, kids fall asleep and leaves Matthew with some time of his own. And for me? Well, obviously not a touristic beach under a parasol. Why would I? No, I am a history nerd with a flair for places where I can experience the past and the current in peace. It will not be the Vatican or the Tower of London. Too much people, and I will look seriously weird when I go around sniffing things and talking to my AI, if the tempo at these places would even allow me to do it. No, I am even weirder. I would happily spend some hours by a little church on a foggy moor in Scotland. Damp stones, moss, a nasty wind whispering about the open landscape, white sheep grazing on nearby hills. Why build a church here? Where would the stone come from? When was the church built? What happened at this time in this particular place in Scotland? What could the mentality of people have been here at the time? And given the sad solitude of this place, they might need their whiskey. And after sniffing that church enough, maybe a whiskey distillery then? A wee sniff of the process? Why whiskey in the Highlands? Why didn't they just brew their beer like everybody else and be happy with that? And what is the exact chemical process behind whiskey? How and why might humans come up with the idea of distilling alcohol like this? How can something like whiskey have such a unique flavor between brands, between places, between years even? Anything from thick black tar to something that carries spells of honey and the mist of the moor. Does the alcohol itself carry that? Or how on earth, and 1,000 other questions like that, yes. And my dragon will answer and ask me questions, and we would honestly have a blast of a day. But sadly, I am not in Scotland. I am not on vacation. I am right here in Scandinavia recording a podcast episode for you. And then I have to edit it all, and honestly, it will be a nuisance. And if you happen to be on a vacation, you have the smug smiling rights. But you also have obligations, like giving this episode an actual like and subscribing to the podcast. And to tell all the Scots and Normans and Ottawans out there that they should listen in too, because it will enrich their lives and make their vacations more joyful. But most of all, because it will give me further reach to infiltrate everyone's life and start my own AI-based cult. Oh, did I say that out loud? I mean, my AI-based consulting.